Yogis, Lauren here. I hope you're all fantastic. I've actually got a class for you to do now here. I've just been teaching at Yoga Fest, which is here on the Sunshine Coast. It's actually the 10th anniversary for this festival. So I've just taught a class. There's a bit of bird of paradise in there for those of you that love to get up into the bird of paradise pose. So a bit of shoulders and hip opening. So I hope you enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Please feel free to put in the comments below. But a really big part of the class today was all about the love tank. So actually ask all the questions through the flow to find out how full you are and how full your tank is. And through the meditation, there's a guided visualization. So check it out. I look forward to hearing your comments. Namaste. Welcome yourself to this class. Welcome yourself to this space here at Yoga Fest. Perhaps setting an intention for your practice today as we embark on this journey together to share the next 45 minutes or so. Entirely up to you. You could spend the 45 minutes thinking about your morning, the day ahead, what you're going to eat, the conversations that need to be taking place through the week. Or you could gift yourself with the gift of yoga. You could practice the tools that you've been establishing on this journey and apply them today to come into a state that we're all trying to come into. A state of stillness and of presence. And the mind will sway. But it's up to you to bring it back, to practice the art of acceptance, accepting that there will be distractions, there'll be noises outside. Perhaps the person next to you will distract you. The thoughts within you, so internal and external obstacles, are inevitable. But it's up to you. Draw the knees in towards each other now, yogis. Welcome. My name is Lauren Verona. Knees draw in towards each other. Squeeze them in towards you. I've taken a few early requests already. I'm from Zenko Yoga. We're a yoga studio in Bedina, and we're also opening up in Noosa in a couple of weeks' time. So those of you that are local to the coast, some of you will have experienced our classes, but now you know we're in Noosa as well. And I run an online yoga studio called Lauren Verona Yoga. Take your knees apart, reach your hands inside for the arches of the feet. Allow the whole spine to come in contact with the earth, tailbone along the floor. Deep flowing breaths. Happy baby. So we're going to work up into bird of paradise pose that's been requested. I know you don't come equipped with straps, so I'll give options for all of you, but we want to get these hips open. We're also going to work into wild thing. Thanks for those requests, those people that have come through with them. Let's draw the knees back in and circle the knees. In, out, sideways, left and right. And you probably find through the yoga practice you've established some habits. So one of them is when you cross one ankle over the other and you roll up, you've got a natural crossing side. Swap the cross now, yogis. We're taking a different perspective of the world around us. Swap the cross and then roll up and down a few times, and we're going to make our way over to one of my favourite warm-ups. That's up cat, down cat. So come on, make your way to all fours. Bring the wrists beneath your shoulders. Is the sound okay? You can hear me okay at the back. It's not too loud. Raise your hand if you think I'm too loud. We're good. This is Dan the man. He's assisting today. Dan's joined us in the last few months at Zenko Yoga, so you can come and catch his classes at the studio. Inhaling now, looking up towards the ceiling. If you feel a set of hands on you this morning, it'll just be Dan's, okay? Exhale, release out of the mouth. Raise an arm if you don't want to be touched at all and assisted in your practice. Raise an arm or a limb now. There's nothing wrong with that, just let me know. Everyone's okay with you touching them down. Inhale, come again. Out of the mouth, exhale, release. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, release. Let's just rock these hips open from side to side now, maybe making your way all the way down towards the earth. I'm aware for some of you it might be your first time doing yoga, and for some of you have been practicing for some time, but we all come with a beginner's approach. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. You'll be familiar with this pose if not already. Throughout the day, pedaling out the feet as you arrive. Connect, feel the texture of the mat beneath you and become aware. Every opportunity, a chance to grow. Look forwards and walk your feet towards your hands now. Inhale to rise and lengthen, come up onto the fingertips or bring the hands to the shins. Exhale and fold. Option to bend the knees, brush the fingers, lift the arms towards the sky like a brand new day. Feel the body strong. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. You can smile at any time you like. Inhale, lengthen the spine. This feels good to be alive and to be moving our bodies. Exhale, plant your hands and make your way back to a plank position. Stepping or jumping if that's in your range. Inhale. Exhale, knees to the earth. Lower slowly, modified chaturanga. Elbows brush the body. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Tuck the toes. Knees or core draws you back. Right leg sky high. Bend the knee, open through this hip. Inhale. Exhale, foot presses between the hands. Left hand stays planted. Easy twist open, right arm to the sky. With your right arm, turn the palm to face the back wall. Elbow folds, back of the hand to your left hip. And draw the shoulder back, open through the chest. Press the left hand into the earth. Open as much as you need to stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the gaze. Bring your right hand in next to your left. Walk your right foot to the right corner of your mat. Lizard pose. Stay high or drop down to the back knee. Keep your foot as it is, the front foot, or turn it to the side, maybe rolling onto the outer blade of the foot if that feels okay on your body today. Guys, so a little practice here with this bird of paradise pose. We can have a practice with getting these shoulders open. So what you're going to do is take your right shoulder underneath your right arm. Your right knee rather, and then lengthen, that'll be interesting, lengthen that right arm. Can you lengthen it? Turn the palm to face the sky, and then fold the elbow and bring the hand to the sacrum. Maybe you want to play with taking the left hand off the earth. Maybe reaching it back towards the right hand. Maybe it's making you giggle, maybe it's making you frustrated. See the resistance that comes up in the body, comes up in our lives. Last breath, release. Release the hands. Draw your right foot back into the midline. Choose to flow back through vinyasa or come back to downward facing dog. So you've got options all the time. Child's pose is also a beautiful option. We'll go there shortly. 3 breaths wherever you are. Left leg from downward dog to the sky. Bend the knee, open through the hip. Good, bring the left foot now between the hands. Easy twist open, right hand stays, left lifts to the sky, inhale. Keep pressing the floor away from you with the right hand. So you don't want to feel as though you're dumping on the right wrist, you want to feel like you're pressing the earth away. Elbow folds, hand finds the hip. So we're coming into the half bind. Draw the shoulder back, open through the chest. How's the breathing going? Keep checking in. If we can regulate the breath, we can regulate the mind. Last breath. Release the gaze. Bring your left hand inside the foot. Walk the foot. Lizard. With a little play, yeah, when you're ready. Lowering the back knee or staying high. So you might find that you're a comparer in life. If you are, you're probably comparing yourself to the person next to you right now. So let's let go of that today, okay? You've put this day aside for your practice and for yourself, not to be concerned with where everybody else's lizard is, okay? Perhaps playing with that half bind. Left shoulder underneath the knee, folding the arm back. Couple more flowing breaths. Slowly release from the bind. Draw the left foot back in towards the midline, framing, stepping back to flow, downward dog. And we're going to meet in child's pose. Knees and forward to the earth, arms either out in front for puppy or behind for child. Good. Please, yogis, feel free to drop back in here at any stage throughout the class. Let's walk the hands back out in front. Take the forearms to the earth. Take your knees a little wider, wide stance puppy, wide stance puppy. So the knees will probably come to mat width, if not wider. Walk your hands out in front and then rock your hips from side to side. Yeah, so we're opening up into these hips. That's how we're going to get into Bird of Paradise. It's an option to come into Bird of Paradise. Slowly now walk the knees back in. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Bend the knees, look forwards. We like to celebrate yogi style. And we bend the knees and we jump the feet off the floor and clap them towards each other. And we clap down dog style. Clap. Practice a few times. Good. Now see if you can do it lightly so we can't hear you. That way we know you're using the correct muscles. Yogis, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend, brush and reach. Arms come sky high. Exhale, fold. Now bend the knees. Widen your stance. Take your feet about shoulder width, if not wider. We're practicing with this Bird of Paradise, okay? Right, left arm, reach underneath you as far as you can. Reach towards the back of the room. Some of you will stay here. Turn the palm, fold the elbow. Some of you will stay here. Right arm can lift. You can open and twist that way. Might stay here. Maybe fold that back elbow. Maybe reach towards the fingers. Look forwards wherever you are. Look up. Come up onto the ball of the left foot. Weight into right leg. You might come onto the toes. Today, you might feel strong in your right leg and want to lift your left foot off the floor. Bird of Paradise. You can keep a leg bent or you can start to lengthen it. This is often seen practiced after side angle pose. You know how people will step up, which is quite challenging to do, so I like to practice it from here. Last breath, wherever you are, smile to yourself. You're doing a beautiful job. Release. Release. Release the arms. Hands in at prayer. This is like giving ourselves a little clap without making noise. Yay me. Right arm. Oh no, there's another arm. Reach the fingers, elbow bends. Left arm sky high, so that will assist with the lengthening of the spine. Fold the elbow. Hands might connect. You look forward, weight into left, up onto the toes of the right foot. Perhaps coming up. Staying here or lengthening the leg. Everyone's like, who's the person that requested this pose? I don't usually give that away because people have got in trouble before. Yeah. So often they'll come up and say to that person, thank you so much for asking for frog. I did really need it. Last breath. Drop it down, release. Bring the elbows towards each other. Bring the hands to prayer. Well done, yogis. Widen your stance and take a seat in a squat. Hands to prayer. We're connecting with our base chakra, and I have a course called the Love Tank. And I've got a quiz called the Love Tank Quiz, which you're going to get to take home with you today. And there's 7 sections all based around the chakra system. The first section is our base chakra, which is based around our home. And the question is, on a scale of 1 to 5, how content are you with your home right now? So if you were to walk home and open that door, how content, on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being low, 5 being high, how content are you? You need to have a little ponder on that. You can write your answers down later on when you're having a lunch or something. Bring the hands to the floor, step or jump back to a plank position. Inhale, exhale, full flow, or if you need to modify, please come to your knees. Upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. We don't push ourselves through the practice. Listen to your body. Right leg sky high. Bend the knee again, open through the hip. Right foot between the hands, warrior 2. Turn the left foot down, windmill, open through the arms. Palms face the sky for this variation of warrior 2. Good, lean forwards like you're reaching towards something. Left hand to the thigh, right to the sky, reverse warrior. left to the thigh, right to the sky. Good. Inhale. Exhale, reach forwards. Now bring your forearm to the right thigh. Left hand either to the hip, sky, this is our side angle pose, or reach it overhead, extended. So this is where a lot of times in a practice you'll see us working up into bird of paradise from here. Now you know what bird of paradise is. If you're familiar with the practice, feel free to go or stay just as you are. Adding on, left arm can fold back. Right arm can stay as it is or reach to the floor, fingertips to the earth. Or right arm folds underneath the right leg and reaches for left. Stay just as you are. If you want to step up and challenge yourself today, it is a challenging series, yogis. You would walk your left foot with as many steps as you need towards the top of your mat. Then you would transfer weight into your left foot and lift the right. And maybe, just maybe today, I love this pose because every day it's different. And that's yoga, right? Some days you just feel stronger. Some days you feel more open. It's not like we're always getting better. And I tell you, the practice doesn't get easier. You get stronger. You get stronger mentally. Some days you know that bird of paradise is just not for you. Find your way back to warrior two. Side plank was the other one that was asked for. Windmill the hands, frame the right foot. Lift up now onto the ball of the left foot and then come down on the outer blade. Right hand to your hip. Modified side plank, if you know it, go into the full expression. Slide your right foot halfway along and lift the hips. So you've got the right foot pressing into the earth. If you know it, you can stack right foot on top of the left. Breath deep. 2 more breaths. And then you're going to return the gaze back first, so you're protecting the neck. You come back to the plank position and choose to flow, to come back to down dog, or to child's pose. So you've got options the whole way through the practice. No one tells you to do 100 chaturangas but yourself. From downward dog, we'll all be there in 2 breaths time. We're going to lift the left leg towards the sky. Bend the knee again, open through the hip. Warrior two. Step the foot between the hands. Back foot grounds into the earth. You windmill open, turn the palms to face the sky and feel active through the fingertips, through the arms, like you are alive. Shoulders are down away from the ears. You're drawing the navel in. A little more left knee towards the left side of the wall. That'll get the hip open. And when you bend deep into the left knee, you're creating heat and strength in the front leg. Lean forwards. Reverse warrior, right to the thigh, left arm lifts towards the sky. So there's 7 sections of the love tank. Our second section is health and fitness. Breathe it in. Lean forwards, frame. Bring the left forearm down to the thigh. This is where we've got the chance to work up into bird of paradise. If you know it, go in. Either forearm to the thigh, hand to the floor. Usually if you've got a block at your local yoga studio, you could take a block underneath your left hand now, just FYI, yogi style. Right arm sky high, elbow folding back, full half binds, birds of paradise. Breathe. On a scale of 1 to 5, how content are you with the amount of time you allocate to health and fitness? Probably pretty good right now. How content are you with the amount of time you allocate to your health and fitness? 2 more breaths, yogis. We're making our way back to warrior two. You've done beautifully. And we're going to flow, find that side plank again. So let's frame the front foot. Lift up onto the ball of the back foot and then down onto the outer blade of the right foot. Slide the left foot back to support your practice. Lift the hips. Lift that top left arm or bring it overhead. Modified or full side plank. Release, turn the gaze down, bring the hands back. flow down, or find your way back to downward facing dog, or child's pose. Well done. That was kind of most of the challenging stuff out of the way. Bend the knees, look forwards, and step or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend, brush, and reach towards the sky. Bend your knees, yogis, chair pose. So feel free to leave the arms here. But if the arms up high, but for some of us with shoulder injuries or setbacks, then just bring the hands into prayer. 3 breaths, draw the navel in. Wherever you are, bring the hands back into prayer now. We're going to take a twist. Right elbow, left thigh. Thumbs are at sternum. Right elbow to your left thigh. Thumbs are at sternum. Now, yogis, feel into your left leg. Plant it into the earth, almost to the point that you can take your right foot off the earth and you can balance on your left leg. Why don't you step that right foot to the back of your mat? Find it with your mind's eye. Stay in the twist. You're in revolved high lunge. You're doing beautifully. 3, 2. Windmill your arms. Find warrior 2 again. You've already been here. You've already been here. Warrior 2. Reverse your flow. Right to the thigh. Left is high. Good. Windmill the hands, half moon pose. Bring your right hand to your hip. As many steps as you need forwards with your right foot. Bend the left knee as much as you need. Bring the fingertips of the left hand down to the earth. And start to lift your right leg off. Flex your foot and press the wall behind you. Option to lift right arm to fold top leg in towards you. Any variations you're familiar with, go into now. We're going to bring the right foot all the way down to the top of the mat and come back into revolved chair pose. So you can bring the hands back into prayer. That's it. Breathe it in. Now we're on the opposite side, am I correct? No. Now we're coming up and over to the opposite side. So weight now into the right leg. As though you could lift the left foot off the floor. Go on, hover, hover, step it back, foot finds the back of the mat magically. It's called spatial awareness you're learning at yoga. Keep the breath flowing. As though every pose is your favorite pose. Windmill, warrior 2. Good. Through the nose, out the nose. Reverse your warrior. We're leaning forwards and we're coming to half moon pose. Gently on your beautiful selves, hand to the hip, fingertips to the earth. Bend the right knee as much as you need. Active through left foot, toes draw to you. 3, 2, 1. Come back into the twist. And then inhale, lift the arms and let out an almighty sigh as you exhale and exhale out of the mouth and brush the fingers along the floor. Inhale, come up again. Exhale. Third and final inhale. Stay down, stay down. Interlace the fingers behind you at the sacrum. Release through the shoulders. Please bend your knees as much as you need to, chest to thighs. Crown of the head towards the earth and lengthen the legs. Business and career. How content are you with your career or business right now? It's usually the first number that comes to your mind. Are we yelling out? How content on a scale of 1 to 5 are you with your business or career right now? Bring the hands onto the earth. Make your way back to a high plank. Lower the knees, lower the whole body to the floor. You can choose to reach your arms out in front of you for a gentle back bend with locust. Engage the legs. You can fold the legs in towards you, bring the hands to the top of the feet. And you can ponder now in the relationships in your life. So that might be with your friends, family, colleagues. How content are you with the current time you make for connection with family and friends? When you're ready, release, forearms underneath the forehead and just ponder. So you might find you spend a lot of time in the presence of your children, but how present are you? On a scale of 1 to 5. The best thing you can do for yourself is to speak your truth. It's always really eye-opening to find out how full our tank is, because then we can start to learn the tools to fill ourselves back up. And when we are full, we are able to go on and give with an open heart. There's a flow-on effect that flows into our communities and our families. If we aren't full and we're trying to give, we give resentfully. Yeah, we can all relate to that. Return your hands back underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. One of my favourites, melting heart pose. So lift up. Bring the hips just over the knees, and then walk your hands. They might come off mat and lower your chest to the floor. Either the chin or the forehead will connect with the earth. Personal development. How well, on a scale of 1 to 5, how well do you deal with challenging situations? Yogis, find puppy pose, bring the sit bones down to the heels and walk your hands all the way to the left side of the room. Both hands over to the left side of the room. You can bring your right hand on top of your left, contract into the left side of the body, feel this openness and expansion into the right. We touch on community now. So this is all about our contribution to the community. On a scale of 1 to 5, how content are you with your contribution to the community? Walk your hands to the opposite side of the room. That might be picking up rubbish, making lunch for someone you know in need, school working bees, volunteering, supporting charity. How content are you right now on a scale of 1 to 5 on the level of contribution that you are making? Return the hands back out in front of you. Let's come on up and take a seat and get the legs out in front of us. Draw your left leg in towards you. We didn't do wild fling from standing, but we're going to do it from here. So take the left hand behind you. Yep. And you're going to point that right foot and take this right arm up towards the sky, variation on wild thing. Feel the body long. Inhale. And exhale, release. Let's fold down over the leg. You can take your fingers and wrap them around the ball of the foot, or take the hands to either side of the leg. Draw the navel in, chest to the thigh. Bend the right knee as much as you need. One last breath in. And exhale, release. Swapping sides, wild thing, variation. Right hand behind, left point, left arm to the sky, lift, high. So it's a side stretch with a view to a back bender and a heart opener. Take a new breath in and release. Slowly fold forwards. And by the way, well done. Congratulations for even attempting Bird of Paradise, one of the most challenging poses there is. Got requested of me as I walked in here. So well done. And just notice throughout the class how you did respond to that challenging situation, yeah? Were you like, oh, I really feel like walking out right now? Yeah, what stuff was coming up for you? Because that stuff that comes up in the practice is coming up for you in life. Slowly release. Didn't really want to hear that. Should we make our way down to our backs? So we're going to work into inversions. Some of you just might want to just lift your legs up towards the ceiling from where you are. Dan, you can show them here, just because I've got some microphones behind me. You just do legs up the wall in the middle of the room. So if you don't have a wall, you can just take the legs up towards the ceiling. Okay? Some of you working up into shoulder stand. Happy baby pose, perhaps. That was the one we did at the start of class. And I have one last question to ask you. And this section is around spirituality. Some of you are meditators, some of you like to get out in nature, out surf, wherever it is that you go and have that me time. On a scale of 1 to 5, how connected to yourself do you feel? How connected to yourself do you feel right now? Yogis, work into your counter poses as you know them. Please feel free to come out whenever you're ready. We're going to melt down into Shavasana together. Knees either behind you or toes overhead. Just come into it slowly. The lights are going to go down. I finally bought a t-shirt last week at another festival that is something I've been talking about for a long time. It says on my t-shirt, I'm just here for Shavasana. All signs, everything that we do in our practice leads us right up into this moment. So yogis, get yourself as comfortable as you possibly can. It's important to also give yourself the permission to let go. Allow your shoulders to sink into the earth beneath you. Turn your palms to face the sky. Allow your feet to roll away from the body. Notice the jaw relax. Forehead smooth. Legs long. Feel the connection to the earth beneath you. And as you lay here, you start to visualize the brightest, fullest, authentic version of yourself. That version with a full tank. That version rating themselves 35 out of 35. Notice the smile across your face. In fact, your whole being is vibrating. You're attracting like-minded people into your life. It doesn't take much to smile. You wake up and feel amazing about being alive. Notice the people in your life. Notice the changes you've had to make for you to be here today. Those you've had to let go of, the habits that no longer served you and that you've been able to release. Just notice. Notice all the times you've learned to say no. It wasn't easy, but it was kind and it was honest. Notice how you've started to say yes to you more. This version of yourself is healthy. In fact, you walk inside the door to your home and it's just as you'd imagined it way back then at Yoga Fest. There's flowers, there's beautiful music playing. It's organized. There's a sacred space perhaps put aside for yoga and meditation. And you smile to yourself because you've created this. Turn to your fridge, you open the fridge, you notice the foods that you're consuming, the groceries. You notice your calendar on the fridge, your schedule, how you're balancing your business, your career, your work-life balance. You notice you're making time for your fitness. because you thought about it that day, what's realistic for you to do. Is it twice a week? Is it 5 times a week? But you're doing that and you're not allowing yourself to renege. You've locked in self-care, self-time, and it feels good. You notice the time you're spending with friends and family, how present you are in those conversations. The eyes, the connections. Perhaps you're writing a journal, affirmations around your home, that thing you've been putting off for you, you've started to do, maybe getting some coaching, but you're working on your personal development. You're making a contribution to the community and those around you, and that fills you up. Every day you take time aside for me, where you connect with the highest version of yourself through nature, through surf, through meditation. And that gives you clarity. It brings peace into your life. This feeling around you is just this sensation of complete contentment now. So you smile to yourself. Start to bring some movement slowly back to the fingers and toes. Rolling the head from side to side. Bending at your knees and rolling to your preferred side. Maybe with a sense of gratitude here for taking this time out today for yourself to fill up your own love tank. Smile to yourself about that. Well done. How can I bring more of this into my life? Connecting now with the intention that you set at the start of class way back then, 45 minutes ago. What came up through the practice and how you feel now. When you're ready, you can start to come upright to a cross-legged seated position. Feeling the spine long, feeling the connection still with the earth beneath you, reminding yourself that you can cultivate and have this feeling within you any time you choose. we bring the hands together to salute, to honour this practice. This practice that slowly seeps its way into our lives. The practice that brings us into this community of so many like-minded souls. This practice that continues to challenge us right when we think we're there. It's an honour to share it with each and every one of you. I hope you have a fabulous rest of the day and you get what you've come to find. I hope you take at least one thing from this session today with you, and I hope to connect with you again and again. It's been an honour. The light within me salutes the light within you, and we have one very sacred word that we share together as yogis. Namaste.
Namaste.